Okay, so they're ready and raring to go with some great stories. It is the Edgar County Watchdogs, Kirk Allen and John Kraft. And Kirk, I believe you're up first this week. What's going on?
Well, we're in Illinois, so it's always something new every week.
That's true.
We ran a story at the request of BGA. Actually, it was part of the Illinois Answer Project, and I don't know if you had time to digest what we sent you. But how many folks knew that inmates in a county jail could literally be restrained and shocked with 80,000 volts and literally be strapped down in these chairs naked for up to 30 hours?
What? In a county jail? Or I don't care, even in a prison? What?
This is happening all over the state. And this project exposed it. I guess Coles County was kind of the highlight of it, but it's happening in counties all across the state. And there's mandated reporting that's required with it. And as an example, there's links within the article. You can pull up each county. And DuPage County, that's where you're at, and they provided records of 50 restraint chair incidents, reported some of them to the state, which they're required to report all of them. In most cases, staff restrain people for transport, but in all cases, it's unclear how long someone was restrained because staff did not document when they were released. Well, there's criteria that's supposed to be met, when they use these restraint chairs, and unfortunately, it's not happening in most counties across the state. But I guess there was over 1,000 incidences down here in Coles County where it was used. And that was kind of their highlight to it. But there was something buried in the article that really jumped out at us. How many times have you heard us talk about break the law, change the law?
Yes, that's the Illinois way.
You see it. Okay. Well, this project exposed the need for mental health within the county jail system. It's been a problem for years. Inmates that have mental health issues, there's a timeline. They can't sit in jail for more than 20 days. Illinois Department of Human Services is supposed to find them a place to get their whatever care they need. In 2022, 5 sheriffs sued the Pritzker administration over delayed transfers of inmates into the IDH custody, saying these detainees with mental illness were languishing in jail. The lawsuit became moot in early 23 when Pritzker signed a law extending the period a detained deemed unfit for trial can sit in jail from 20 to 60 days. So we have rules, but we don't follow them, and if we don't like them and we get taken to court, we'll just change the law to change the dates. You got to start the whole process over again. But there's people sitting in jail.
Pritzker's the governor of the little guy. He cares about mental health patients and getting them the appropriate care. That's what I've always been told. I've been told that by every Democrat state rep who puts up a commercial every election season to say that they care about those who are mentally ill and that they need drug treatment. They shouldn't be in jail. They need drug treatment, not jail. They need mental health services, not stun collars. Stun collars.
These folks, it's shocking, but once again, when we get caught, we're going to change the law. That way we don't have to, face the music in court. And it's still an ongoing problem. And they even, in this law, it was part of an omnibus bill that passed. If IDHS can't find a bed in that time frame, the new law allows them to request a 30-day extension. We're not solving the problem. We're just kicking the can down the road. But yes, Governor
No, because he's too busy spending $1 billion on illegals, $500 million on Goshen, $827 million to Rivian, and I could go on and on and on. Oh, $25 million for, EV charging stations in 141 communities. By the way, if anybody sees one of those, give me a call or send me an email. info@breakthrough-ideas.com. I want to see one of these government-produced EV charging stations, and I want to monitor how many people go there and charge. Because that's what he's spending his money on. He is not spending his money on the real needs of the people.
Well, I've got to tell you my EV story from my
trip
you got
an
to
EV
Utah
story?
last week.
Okay, all right, let's hear it.
Literally a quarter mile in front of me on Interstate 70 was a massive accident. Shut the interstate down for about an hour and a half. So we're sitting there, watching emergency service do their thing. Road was, shut down. And lo and behold, there were EV vehicles that were in that line of cars on the west side of Denver. And they had to be pushed to the side of the road. There were 4 of them. They ran out of power. It was rather exciting. I had just put in a 62-gallon tank in my truck, so I was able to just keep on cruising. But once again, that's 2 trips now. My last one was to Massachusetts, and we had a 15-mile backup, and there were multiple EV vehicles sitting on the side of the road.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen this and talked about it? And that was in nice climate weather. It wasn't frigid cold. What happens when it's a snowstorm?
Yeah, my son's headed to Alaska. I doubt there's hardly any EVs up there, if at all. You can't survive up there with an EV. This is nuts.
No, the cold doesn't work real well with those batteries.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Okay, so we got just a couple more minutes with you. You had another quick story here.
Oh, the Joliet Township Supervisor finally, after over 2 years, has pled guilty on his DUI conviction. Why does it take 2 years for a DUI to go through the court system?
What is Glasso doing? I mean, he's the state's attorney there. This is a Will County case.
That's his third one.
This is his third DUI?
Right.
Well, according to the state legislature, that's not enough. I mean, even after 4 DUIs, you should still get your driving privileges back.
Well, he finally, after being convicted, he can't be a township supervisor anymore. But 2 years, there's no reason it should take 2 years to resolve a case like that.
Except that he's probably a Democrat.
Well, the township's going to hire him as a consultant now.
No.
Right.
No, you are joking, aren't you?
No, dead serious.
Oh my gosh. You can't make it up.
You can't make it up. No, you can't make it up. You cannot. I mean, literally, it's dogs returning to their vomit.